This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adagi Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime. The federal government shutdown drags on. More on the ripple effects being felt here at home and the resources available to those impacted.
With heavy rain and strong winds expected in the coming days, emergency officials are warning island residents about flooding, rough seas, and possible landslides. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with that story coming up.
And the little village with a big heart is hosting a proper party to help their community projects. We'll take you to Maina parish for the story next.
Hafiday and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thanks for ending your day with us. Well, as the federal government shutdown drags on, we hear from one local leader on how her constituents are being impacted and what help is available, as the island's delegate directs those affected to assistance. Here's more. The U.S. Senate has now failed for the 14th time to end the government shutdown, setting up the longest shutdown in U.S. history, surpassing the 35-day record set during President Trump's first term in the White House. And the impacts are already being felt here at home. Governor Lulian Guerrero recently setting aside $13.1 million to keep SNAP and WIC benefits going through the end of the month. But she admits to KUAM it's not a sustainable fix. In Tamuning, Mayor Luis Rivera says her constituents are worried.
Those that are in need of food, while they're waiting for their SNAP, food stamps to come in. Those are the basic requests.
She says she's even reaching into her own pantry to help families get by and doing what she can to fill in the gaps. That includes constantly tapping on the island's representative in Washington, D.C. for guidance.
I'm just always reaching out to our congressman's office with all the things that deal with federal issues on what is transpiring.
Congressman James Moylan's office, meanwhile, releasing a federal employee government shutdown guide Wednesday morning, as many on island continue to face furloughs, though the exact number is still unknown. The guide includes resources on financial and employment assistance, banks and credit unions, food and basic needs, utilities, housing, rent, childcare, and more. And while pay was issued to military on October 31st, concerns are growing that active troops could start going without pay by November 15th if the shutdown drags on. Meantime, KUAM reached out to the Guam National Guard, and an official confirms active Guard reserve members have been paid, but technicians have not. For more on available supports, visit KUAM.com. And it's now day 35 of the government shutdown, now tying for the longest in history. While the Trump administration today warned of, quote, mass chaos at airports if the shutdown drags on into next week, there are new indications that lawmakers could be nearing a deal.
Tonight, the Trump administration with this dire warning for air travel if the government shutdown drags into next week.
You will see mass chaos, you will see mass flight delays, you'll see mass cancellations, and you may see us close certain parts of the airspace because we just cannot manage it because we don't have the air traffic controllers.
The Department of Transportation says 46% of air traffic delays Monday were due to staffing issues, compared to typically 5% before the shutdown. Cameron Cochems is a TSA officer in Idaho, working without pay.
It's frankly embarrassing that as federal employees in the strongest and richest country in the world, that we're having to go to food banks and not be able to pay our bills.
In Colorado, look at this food bank line.
I am a single mom of 2 kids. It's just harder.
And despite a recent court ruling that the administration must continue funding the food assistance program, today President Trump writing on social media that SNAP benefits will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up the government.
How would that not violate the court order as it's written?
We are complying with the court's order. We are getting the payments out the door as quickly as we can. USDA sent the guidance to the state. The president is referring to future SNAP payments.
On Capitol Hill, bipartisan talks between rank-and-file members have picked up. Some senators now predict the shutdown could end as early as this week. The president is inviting Republican senators here to the White House for breakfast tomorrow. Tom?
And in other news, the island community should brace for heavy showers and gusty winds the next few days as Tropical Depression 32W, formerly Invest 90W, is expected to intensify. While emergency officials say the system won't make a direct passage or landfall in the Marianas, residents and visitors are advised to take precautionary measures. Mitsuki Hirayama has the latest.
Weather officials are keeping their eye on Tropical Depression 32W, which could possibly strengthen into a tropical storm and even a typhoon by Thursday night. As of 1:30 p.m. Wednesday, the latest forecast put 32W about 365 miles south-southwest of Guam. National Weather Service meteorologist Brandon Eidlet explains.
It's been fairly stagnant with a tropical depression category. We're peaked right now at 35 miles per hour. And as soon as it starts to really consolidate, that's when we expect to start seeing some motion to the northwest, passing to the northeast of Yap tomorrow, and then the onset of intensification that's going to continue well into the weekend.
While it won't make direct passage or landfall in the Marianas, the main impacts remain strong winds and heavy rain. Residents can expect sustained winds of up to 20 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 and rainfall totals of 4 to 8 inches through Friday.
As these lines lift northward over Guam, we're going to see just kind of periods of heavier showers coming and going, bringing much stronger gusts. That gust and rainfall potential increases tonight and into Thursday before we ultimately start seeing the winds subside slightly, but the wet pattern will continue into the weekend.
The Guam Homeland Security and Office of Civil Defense says to be on alert for flooding, mudslides, and even possible landslides in steep terrain. That concern real with October's landslide in East Hagåtña still top of mind.
It's clearly on a lot of people's minds. I know DPW was doing some preemptive preparations, putting some of the barriers around that location. And so that is one of the things that we always encourage and we applaud, taking a proactive stance. We do have a flood watch in effect. And so part of those precautions is for residents and business owners to take any action around your area, whether it's clearing storm drains, clearing the gutter pipes, make sure that water can flow to where it needs to go.
A flood watch remains in effect for Guam and Rota through Friday afternoon. A high surf advisory is also posted for the entire island chain. Surf could reach 9 to 11 feet with a high risk of rip currents. Officials are urging residents to stay alert, avoid flooded roads, and report any signs of landslides immediately.
We've just got to be prepared, and then especially for drivers, just practice safe driving as you encounter heavy showers. Increase distance between other cars and anticipate longer distances to slow down if you have to slam on the brakes.
Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Well, did you feel it? It was a midday jolt felt across parts of the island after a moderate earthquake struck near Dededo. The U.S. Geological Survey recorded the quake at a preliminary magnitude of 4.8 centered about 3 kilometers west-northwest of Dededo at a depth of nearly 110 kilometers. It happened just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. The offices of Guam Homeland Security and Civil Defense are reminding everyone when the ground shakes, drop cover and hold on until the shaking stops. Well, congratulations are in order to former Governor Carl T.C. Gutierrez, who's been awarded one of Japan's highest honors, the Order of the Rising Sun, gold rays with neck ribbon. The award conferred by the Emperor of Japan recognizes Governor Gutierrez's lifelong leadership to his work to strengthen Guam's role in Asia-Pacific and his efforts to promote friendship and cooperation with Japan. Democratic Party Chairman Mayor Anthony Chargiloff Jr. said the honor reflects positively on Guam's place in the region, while Vice Chairwoman Ricky Orsini added that it underscores the important diplomatic and cultural role Guam's leaders can play on the global stage. Governor Gutierrez served as Guam's governor from 1995 to 2003. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
Every day, there's something new to discover. Fresh styles, fresh finds, and fresh ways to make your home and family shine. So what's new at Kmart Guam? Ready to assemble furniture, stylish, affordable, and ready to take home today. Dream big with our new selection of mattresses, comfort you can count on. Upgrade your home with the latest appliances, arriving now. Step up in style with new arrivals in men's and women's fashion. Fresh looks for every season. What's new? Everything. And it's all waiting for you only at Kmart Guam.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Anything's possible. College is possible. Retirement is possible. Adventure is possible. And so is saving for it all with our Bank Ohana Savings Special. Earn an interest rate of 3.25% for the first 90 days when you deposit $25,000 from another bank into a Bank Ohana Bonus Rate Savings Plus account. Requires a Bank Ohana checking account with an opening deposit of $500. So make your savings goals possible.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Welcome back to Primetime. A 31-year-old man remains behind bars after police say he forced himself on a sleeping woman early Monday morning in East Hagåtña. According to court documents, the victim told police she woke up to find a naked man between her legs and repeatedly told him to stop. She said the suspect held her arm down before eventually getting dressed and leaving. Police later apprehended the man, identified as Maichin Machuo, who the victim confirmed was her attacker. Machuo is charged with assault with intent to commit criminal sexual conduct and unlawful restraint. He's being held on $1,000 cash bail. A woman already facing an aggravated arson charge is now accused in a string of violent incidents against a former partner. 37-year-old Janice Elaine Aquino Mesa was charged Tuesday with multiple counts, including family violence, terrorizing, and criminal mischief, in 4 separate cases dating back to April. Court documents state Mesa repeatedly threatened and attacked the woman, damaged her property, and even drove erratically while threatening to crash and harm her. Mesa, who remains on pretrial release, was arrested again early Monday morning. She's out on personal recognizance bonds totaling $10,000. What was supposed to be the start of trial for a man accused in a high-speed chase through Gigo has ended with a permanent dismissal. Superior Court Judge Alberto Tolentino dismissed all charges against 45-year-old Nathaniel James Diaz-Ponzalan after prosecutors failed to proceed when 2 key witnesses left the island. The case included multiple felony charges, among them theft by receiving, firearm possession, and meth possession, as well as misdemeanors for eluding police and attempting to destroy evidence. With the jury already selected, the judge ruled that double jeopardy protections applied, meaning the case cannot be refiled. Defense attorney Peter Santos called the government's failure to secure its witnesses, quote, a serious lapse, adding that their actions have consequences. Ponzalan, who faced up to 22 years in prison, is now free, and the case is permanently closed. In other news, Guam leaders gathered together on October 17th for a proclamation signing declaring October as National Disability Employment Awareness Month, highlighting the importance of equity, inclusion, and the value of diverse workforce. Roel Drilon, the acting director of the Department of Integrated Services for Individuals with Disabilities, invites us to celebrate change of paradigm and to celebrate the talent, not the limitations.
You know, we often say, let's look at the person and not the disability, but this is really an invitation and a call to change our paradigm, specifically to look at the value of the personhood.
And this month, let's honor progress and keep pushing towards a truly inclusive workforce. Together, we can build a future where every talent is valued and every opportunity is open to all. Well, Maina is the quiet little village in central Guam that's got a lot of heart and a lot of history, including the Red White Brew event to help support their church programs for Our Lady of Purification Parish. Let's see what they've got planned for you this year and how the family-based community is sharing their culture and faith with all Guamanians.
Viva Our Lady of Purification! Viva Maina!
Francis, this is not the first year we're having the Red, White, and Brew event, and this really helps this very tight-knit island village.
Well, actually, given we're the smallest parish on the island, this always means a lot to us. This year, it's our 9th event just like this. We've held it in 2011 to 2017, brought it back again last year finally. Last year was a huge success, so we have big numbers to hit this year.
Now, you may have a small population or maybe not as much like square footage, say, as like Gigo or Santa Rita, but you can't measure heart. And this village certainly has a lot of it. It's very tight-knit and a lot of love here.
Well, if there's one thing we're rich in this parish, it's our faith and our heart.
What is the personality of this parish? Every village is different. Every community like has its own unique tones and everything. What makes Maina such a wonderful place to live and to be?
From my perspective, I would say it's because we're very family oriented. A lot of the families have their roots here. They're still here. We still practice our faith here, and we do a lot of our social events as well. So I think that's what's keeping us strong, is just we're very family oriented. When the parishioners all come together on service or a wedding or a christening or a funeral and everything, how important is it that everybody celebrates, as one Catholic family?
So, this is just a small parish, but the people are involved here not only in this kind of event, but especially in the church. So we have the sacraments being given to them, but when we celebrate the sacraments, it's always with the family. It's always a big event, just like today. We had this funeral celebration, something like in honor of or in memory of a departed parishioner. So it's a big community. They come together to celebrate. So it's not something only that it's one group, but it's the entire community. So nice to see.
Any municipality, any parish could do bake sale, tic-tac-toe, bingo, car wash, and everything like that. How did you come up with the idea to have, wine tasting, good food, good music?
Well, it was a dare for us, per se.
Okay, that works too.
Well, we needed to come up with something different, because when everybody else is doing fundraisers, how do we? It's been very, very creative, and that's something we're very proud of. When we started this event, we realized, like we've done others, we did a family fest years ago for the kids, and then another parish took it and even used the same name. So we're like, oh, we need to try something else. Fortunately for us, we've been doing this wine event so many years now, and nobody yet has attempted to copy us, and I think I know why. It's a lot of work.
There you go. Well, or you could say you did it first and we do it best.
You know, first and best is always the way to go. When you see the finger foods, there's always a local twist to it, so we're proud of that because we're known now for the real good food as well. And then just so many people coming, they keep spreading the word, so each year it gets bigger. Last year we had maybe 380 people that walked through the door, so that's a big feat for a little parish like this.
Well, it's officially Wicked season, and NBC, along with Peacock, are pulling back the emerald curtain for a once-in-a-lifetime television event. Wicked One Wonderful Night celebrates the highly anticipated cinematic finale, Wicked for Good, hitting the theaters nationwide on November 21st. The 2-hour special brings together the film's all-star cast, including Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Michelle Yeoh, Jeff Goldblum, Ethan Slater, Bowen Yang, and Marissa Bodie for an unforgettable evening of reimagined musical performances, behind-the-scenes moments, and exclusive surprises. Inspired by both films, Wicked One Wonderful Night offers fans a magical glimpse into the next chapter of Oz, featuring world premiere clips and new original songs. Don't miss Wicked One Wonderful Night, airing Friday, November 7th at 7 p.m. on KUAM TV8 and Peacock. Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a scenic shot of the cliff lines along Jonestown to Munning.
Say howdy to the new Buffalo Ranch sauce with its tangy creaminess and its creamy tanginess. It's your chicken's perfect partner, only at McDonald's.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Parents, would you like your child to be well prepared for school? The Guam Early Learning Council believes in building a supportive community to help your child be successful in school and in life. If you would like resources and information to see if your child is reaching key stages of growth for school, call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. excluding holidays. We are here to assist.
I'm going to school. I'm going to learn and play. That's so cool.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Mosley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here. Hey everybody, life update. I have enlisted. Yes, indeed. All right, see, I got my uniform on, the KUAM Care Force, right? And we are so excited to work with you, our beloved community, for Giving Tuesday. And we have our Village to Village drive-in every single Tuesday. We talked about it earlier in the show. We were at Kmart today, and we will continue to be there every Tuesday from 12 to 2, taking your generous donations to help less fortunate members of our community. Toiletries, toys, baby items, non-perishable food, clothing, items of apparel, whatever you can do to help people going through rough times right now. Thank you so much for getting on board with us in this mission. And see, and we're going to complete this mission, all of us together. All right. In Nafamalik, speaking of not leaving our neighbors behind, the Nafamalik organization is one that specializes in mediation, a very critical skill to have. And if you would like training on how to be a professional mediator, please consider checking out Nafamalik and going through the training session for any industry you're in. Construction, professional, specialized, and everything. Mediation, you can be a very big asset to your organization at any level. All right. I really encourage you to do that. I've had several friends that have been involved with this. Amazing skill. And Hope Camp is coming up. Everybody needs hope. Everybody shares hope. What a wonderful thing it is to have. And this is my friends at Game Time, right? Coach John Diaz is coming back, and the one and only Coach Chad Ike has massive love for Guam. All right, these guys are island boys. They have a connection to Guam, and they are coming back. I've covered their events before. They are teaching you how to be spiritually strong, physically strong, mentally strong, and you are going to take your game to the next level. I'm going to get an interview with both coaches and my friend Brian McGill. We are going to find out everything that's going on with that. All right, birthdays right now. Happy birthday to Alexander Tenorio on this 5th of November. Your airport fire family, Alexander, is wishing you the very best day ever. Hey, and shout out and salute to everybody at Airport Fire. We appreciate you guys, everyone, men and women, doing a fantastic job. Alexander, great member right there. Okay, happy birthday to Manny. Happy birthday number 34, and do it for them. Claire Madrigal, thank you for being such a cool aunt and the best babysitter. I love you, from your favorite niece, Kay. I love you more than Snowberry, to Ave Maria Jesus Perez. Love a pad. Very nice shout out there. And happy birthday to Leia Superalis. Happy birthday to you, Lee, from all of your friends and family. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
And that's your Primetime Show. Thanks for watching. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Have a good evening.
Half a day. This is the Hub, Movember to Remember. I'm Jonathan Charfris. In this month's episode, Team KUAM wanted to focus on men's health, as it isn't talked about enough. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll talk with men who share their stories of battling and surviving cancer, the importance of men's mental health, and one doctor provides insight and encourages men to take care of their well-being. It was back in 2019 when I met Ray Bong Mendoza, and we've kept in touch ever since. Imagine my shock that when back in December of last year, he was diagnosed with stage 3 adenocarcinoma. He shares his story. In December of last year, 37-year-old Ray Bong Mendoza was in the Philippines for a checkup after experiencing some symptoms.
The first checkup that we did was a colonoscopy, and I was talking to the doctor. We were going over the colonoscopy results, and that's when she broke the news to me that it was adenocarcinoma. It was a cancer.
Stage 3. Mendoza saying it was the worst news ever.
I felt like a dark cloud just hover over me, and she was telling me that I needed to have surgery to get a tumor removed, and she was recommending a surgeon to me.
The next steps, he admits, was a bit of a blur to him.
I just remember during that time I was just like so silent, and I was actually tearing up. It's difficult to process, you know, like we always hear of other people getting cancer, whether it be our, you know, God forbid, our friends, our family members, people we know, people we don't know. But it's like, it's so difficult to process when it's happening to you, when a doctor is looking across from you or looking into your eyes saying that it's cancer and, you know, we need to do something.
He recalls his whole life flashing before his eyes.
Like all the decisions I've made with my poor eating habits, my poor drinking habits, my gluttonous, undisciplined lifestyle, it's just like everything was just flashing before my eyes. Like, what happened? What could I have done to avoid this? And it was just a hard pill to swallow. You know, I'm a teacher, right? So I reference it like, it's like getting a bad grade times 100,000. So yeah, it was really difficult to process at first. It takes some time, a lot of prayer, and that was my initial reaction. Life flashed before my eyes. I was silent. I thought about my wife. I thought about my son, and just looked to the Lord and asked Him for what I should do.
It was after a visit to the hospital when Mendoza knew he was going to fight and he was ready to fight.
When everyone went to bed, of course I couldn't sleep, and I brought my microphone with me and I connected my phone. I just wanted to, you know, I just wanted to express, like I just wanted to talk or to write or something, and I chose not to journal. I decided to do like a video vlog. I haven't released it, but it's one of the things that helped me process. And in that video, as I was talking, you know, I'm a jiu-jitsu player, and at the end of the video, I remember I decided that I'm going to tap cancer out. Like, I'm going to fight it. I have a 5-year-old son. I have a wife now, and I decided I was going to fight it. You know, I've always been fighting for my health, and I felt like it was nothing new, and it's just a bigger challenge to take upon.
In regards to a perspective shift, how has his experience with cancer changed the way he views his health and the lifestyle changes he had to make?
Eating habits, I incorporate a lot of fasting. I don't eat as much as nowhere near as much as I used to. I'm avoiding a lot of processed foods and sugar, and just trying to really build my immune system and let it do its job, because cancer is an indicator that the way that I was living my life is killing me. So I had to make some changes: eating habits, getting more sunlight, getting a lot more fresh air, gratitude, less stress. I don't overcommit to a lot of things anymore. I feel like that was one of the things that I was struggling with. I can't say no to a lot of people, so I always want to help. I always want to serve. I always want to do this and that. But when I got hit with the diagnosis, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm serving everyone but my wife and my son.
Mendoza's main focus is to be a husband, dad, and then everything will follow after that. Believe it or not, he says cancer made him realize that more than ever.
Nowadays, like, I'm truly grateful for the gift of life. It sounds cliche, right? We hear that tomorrow's never promised, life is finite, and man, when I was diagnosed, the first 3-4 months, it was really a roller coaster of emotion, and I had some really sad moments where I would think like, what's gonna happen when I go? You know, my son's only 5. I just got engaged not too long ago. What's gonna happen to them if I'm gone? Am I gonna make it to my next birthday?
Today, Mendoza and his beautiful wife, Rowena, are now expecting their second child early next year. And his lifestyle changes and his courage to fight, he is now stage 2. Almost a year later,
here I am today, and I'm a lot healthier, and I'm just a lot more grateful. I'm a lot more grateful for things. I really appreciate the time I have with my son and my family. I feel like I gained a really good perspective in what's important in my life, my faith, my family.
And for any man watching, Mendoza says he can totally relate to men who are scared to get checked.
I was experiencing symptoms for months before I decided to get checked. I didn't want to get checked. It's almost like one of those things that you wish will go away, but it didn't go away. So I ended up getting checked, which is of course the right thing to do, and the best thing to do is because it's better to know. It's better to know what we're dealing with, and you know, early detection is good, but I think prevention is even better.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
GU Self Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Klein's hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual PIN-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self Storage, voted Pika's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
As we recognize Movember, a month dedicated to men's health, including prostate and testicular cancer, mental health, and suicide prevention, I couldn't help but think of my Papa Bill. He's one of the strongest men I know. Tonight, I'm sitting down with him to discuss his journey and his heartfelt message to other men, filled with love and urgency this Movember. For as long as I can remember, my Papa, Bill Paulino, has been the strongest, most unbreakable man I know. Someone who could withstand anything. And in 2018, even a prostate cancer diagnosis couldn't change that.
I said, wait a second, doctor, there must be something that is actually definitely wrong with me. And then he sat down and he looked at, my records again. And there was something that he said, you know what? I can see that there was nothing done in regards to the PSA. PSA is an examination to determine the numbers, whether you really, it calls for some kind of examination. And definitely my numbers were already very high. And so when I saw I went to the cancer center. That was the Island Cancer Center. It was already malignant. And I was told that, definitely I have cancer and it's already malignant.
The diagnosis shook our family and sent him on an intense journey through daily radiation treatments, hoping for just a few more years together. To note, data from the American Cancer Society shows prostate cancer is the most common cancer diagnosis in men in the U.S., accounting for 30% of male cancers in 2025.
That was really horrible, going through radiation treatment every day, and you just don't feel, like yourself anymore. And so, worry began to sink into my, my heart in regards to, the cancer that, was facing me. And so I, saw death.
But even as the daily treatment often left him nauseated and tired, his spirit never weakened.
But then I had to tell myself, wait a second, this is not something that I should be facing. It's something that you need to also understand, that it's something that you have to maintain as a good environment, not just outside yourself, but within your heart. And that was something that I needed to make a change.
And my papa took that to heart. He turned the waiting room at the doctor's office into a place of laughter and hope, what our family fondly called the Breakfast Club. Every day he'd sit and chat with other cancer patients, strangers at first, who soon became friends.
And I remembered sitting down with other patients, and they were all quiet. And so one day I just stood up and I said to the guys, wait a second, guys, we're not ready to die. So, we got together. We had, we were barbecuing.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, and so, I developed a friendship with people there. Yeah. And I thought that was a beautiful thing. Yeah. Just getting together, sharing, not just the food that we were eating, but sharing that relationship, developing friendship with others made a difference.
With my Grandma Mary by his side and our family cheering him on, my papa kept going.
With a good mind, having a good relationship with people, giving yourself simply your heart, surrendering yourself to God, I know that I'm going to beat the 5 years.
And today, he's still here, still playing the piano for the St. Joseph Church Choir, still bush cutting, still living life to the fullest, 7 years strong in remission.
I see the doctor even up till now every 3 months. I want to make sure that, I'm okay. So you do not wait until you are, suffering, because then that becomes a problem. Who knows that your health issue at that point has exacerbated already. And you need to take care of things before they develop, into something like, what I was talking about malignancy.
And what could have gone undetected if not for his own advocacy.
My piece of advice with the men out there, you know what? Go see your primary doctor and talk to your doctor and be persistent when you know that you're feeling, you have this thing within you, our innate being, that something is wrong with us, then we need to be persistent. Be stubborn about it and say, hey, wait a second, doctor. There is something wrong with me, so don't tell me that nothing is wrong, because I would have been gone, from this earth.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Tender love and care.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah, we just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips, huh? Look at that. Overachieving? Sure, did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic. You're welcome.
As we bring awareness to men's health this November, the conversation can't happen without tackling mental health. On average, men are less likely than women to seek help for mental health issues, and that silence can sometimes lead to deadly outcomes. Here on Guam, experts say cultural expectations and stigma can make it even harder for men to open up. But one man from the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center is hoping to change that, starting with his own story.
Generations, men have been told to, quote, toughen up and hide their emotions, but that silence has come at a cost. And here on Guam, mental health experts say it's time to change that.
My name is Brandon Holm, and I am the Social Marketing and Communications Manager at Guam Behavioral Health for our Youth Suicide Prevention Grant known as the Focus on Life. So we know that men experience suicide at a disproportionately higher rate than women. That's what the data has shown us consistently over the past decade. So that's the number one reason why that we continue needed to talk about this. What we also know is that men are less likely to talk about their emotions and talk about how they're feeling, and in turn are less likely to reach out for help if they need, and to reach out to services. So months like this and conversations like this are very important because we just kind of start normalizing the conversation and showing that it's okay for us to talk about these things.
According to Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, depression, loneliness, and substance use remain some of the most common challenges facing men on island, but often those struggles are hidden.
There's a variety of different reasons for that. So from a young age, from when we were growing up, our families are telling us that we need to be strong and we can't show weakness, right? You hear, boys don't cry, boys will be boys, toughen up, man up. And so we're taught that silence equals strength, and that's not necessarily the case, and that's actually doing more harm than good.
And on a small island where everyone knows everyone, that silence can feel even heavier.
We live in such a small community that everyone knows everyone's family and everyone's business. And so we don't want to bring shame, or we're told not to bring shame to our family, and we can't talk about those things. So I think that plays a key role in why men don't open up and talk about their mental health.
But Holmes says breaking that stigma starts with visibility, seeing and hearing real stories from real people.
Doing stuff like this, being upfront and talking about it is one. We have our social media channels where we'll talk about men's health. Like in June, we had this whole video series with men where we asked men some questions like, what does men's mental health mean to you? When was the last time you cried? What do you do when you're not feeling okay? And so by putting men at the forefront and showing real stories from real people, I think that's a game changer for sure.
Families and friends can also play a major role. Knowing what to look for could help save a life.
We teach them to look for three things. So what they say, how they feel, and what they do. So they can be talking about making statements of hopelessness. So there's no hope, I feel like a burden, I should just end it all. Then you have things that they're doing. So maybe they're withdrawing from activities that normally maybe they're giving away their possessions. It might be showing up in other ways like anger and irritability.
Guam Behavioral Health offers a range of services to support men, from outpatient counseling to crisis intervention and peer programs.
At Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, we offer a variety of different outpatient and inpatient services like counseling, therapy, social work. We have crisis intervention like the 988 Lifeline that people can call, text, or chat with. On top of that, we also have our rehabilitation services and peer support for those struggling with substance use issues. And then we also have our prevention services where we try to get ahead of the curve by going out into the community and offering trainings, free trainings for the community on how to recognize signs and symptoms of stuff like suicide or substance use, doing presentations at different community spaces or schools.
For Home, this work is personal. He knows firsthand what it feels like to struggle and to find hope again.
So there was a time I recall I had like this really big breakdown. Yeah, I'll call it what it is. You know, I was going out, I was young, I was going out a lot, had a lot of friends, a lot more social connections than I'd say that I have now. But I've never felt so alone. And so I remember coming home, heading home from a night out, and I was just driving, windows down, music was playing, and I just started crying. And I didn't know what was wrong. I just started crying, pulled over to the side of the road, and it just felt like all the emotions that I felt bottled up in those feelings of isolation just kind of came out at once, and like I screamed and I yelled. I continued to struggle for a bit after that, feeling alone and still putting on this facade that everything's okay, and I'm sure a lot of men out there know we get really good at that. But I was able to find my light, and I found my wife. Finding my best friend and someone that I could open up with and talk to and really tell her how I feel, and her being able to listen and just sit there and not try to fix or not try to judge me.
It's that kind of understanding, being able to listen without judgment, that he hopes will help other men begin to heal. And before our interview ended, Home had a message he wanted to deliver directly to any man watching tonight who might be struggling in silence.
I know it's hard, right? I've gone through it. You're going through it. I can't imagine what it is you're even going through right now. I know it's not easy to open up and to let yourself be seen and to be heard, but sometimes the hardest choice to make is usually the right choice. Reaching out doesn't mean that you're weak, right? I think we confuse vulnerability with fragility, right? Being vulnerable means that we're putting our trust out there to the people that we're trying to connect with, and that is strength. And so please reach out, and if you feel like you don't have anyone to reach out to or that hope is lost, know that there is other help available out there. You can always call 988. You can always call Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. There are people that are here willing to listen to you and willing to help you.
If you or someone you know is struggling, help is always available. You can call or text 988 or contact the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center anytime. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. For The Hub, Movember to Remember, I'm Atsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Beyond the mustaches, Movember has a deeper message, encouraging men to take charge of their well-being. Here on Guam, where culture and family are everything, it's easy to put others before us and brush off our own health. Dr. John Taitano, an internist, joins us to share why it's so important for men to make their health a priority. Born and raised on Guam, Dr. John Ray Taitano's medical journey began with a promise to serve the people who believed in him.
The people of Guam, the government of Guam has sent us to medical school, paid for our education, so we're here paying back with service.
And after earning his doctorate of medicine from the University of Hawaii, he returned home to do just that.
The doctor's clinic has been here for 45 years. Since 1980 we opened our doors, and we've been very, very proud of serving the people of Guam.
Dr. Taitino says one of the biggest challenges in his decades of practice is getting men through the clinic doors before it's too late.
Many people, like I said, they don't get checked because they don't feel bad. And when they come in, we find out that